Hello, welcome to the newest episode of SPORTalk with Nik and Corey. I'm Nick.
And I'm Corey.
Today we're going to do something very different. This is something we've never done in the episode. I was up in the city of Pittsburgh this weekend, and I was very lucky to run into Craig Patrick. For those of you who don't know who Craig Patrick is the former assistant GM / assistant coach of the 1980 Miracle on Ice Team USA team. And he is the former longtime GM of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And he, in fact, drafted three of the major stars on the Penguins today, Marc-Andre Fleury, Sidney Crosby, and Evgeny Malkin. With the upcoming trade deadline in the NHL, I thought it was appropriate to ask him about the probably biggest name in the trade deadline and the former player he drafted, Marc-Andre Fleury.
But you drafted Fleury, right?
Yes, we traded up to get him.
So, right now, for how long he's been there, what kind of goes through a GM's mind? Because I feel like they respect Fleury a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Are they looking to give him to a winning team, or are they looking as a business and continue to try to get the best they can out of him?
Yeah. You're in North Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we traded up to get him, we traded from number 3 to number 1,
mm-hmm.
and the two guys that were available were Fleury and Eric Stahl.
Okay.
So that could make an interesting part for where you are.
That would be that people would like Eric Stahl. They love Eric Stahl down there.
And we decided on Fleury because we figured that if you're going to win a Stanley Cup, you're going to need a goalie.
Yes.
So we passed on Stahl, but then the next year we got Crosby, and then the year after that we got Malkin. So
yeah,
it all worked out for the Penguins.
Yeah. So when you, as a GM, when you have a young rising goalie like Matt Murray, mm-hmm. And you have a Stanley Cup champion veteran Fleury, how do you look at that, especially with the expansion draft coming up? Does that change anything?
Well, what really matters is Fleury's proven.
Yes.
Murray had a great playoff run last year.
And that's pretty much it.
That doesn't mean he's proven.
Yes.
So if I was Jimmy Rutherford, I would keep Fleury. I keep them both as long as I could. And mm-hmm. I know the expansion draft's going to create some issues, but they're going to need both of them through the end of this year anyway.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, they'll have to evaluate who's more important to the organization going forward.
And that was my next question. So, like you said, you have to evaluate who's more important. With the Penguins drafting a goalie in the second round, and they have Tristan Jarry in the minors, is that kind of like a safety valve as a GM? You think if we kept Fleury for another couple of years, it might be okay to let Murray go?
That's a possibility. I haven't seen Jerry play that much, so I don't know a lot about him. Mm-hmm. I know they feel very highly of him, the organization does. I'm not close to the organization anymore, but I know from what I hear that they really have high hopes for Jerry.
Yeah.
So that'll play into it too. It's all going to...
And my last question is, from studying the Penguins, it seems like Fleury's loved by everybody. Is he just part of that organization? They're all family and brother, and does that factor in trading at all? You don't want to get a part away of your family. You don't want to do him wrong. You want to let him make the decision, pretty much.
Yeah, it plays very heavily into it, but it's not the end all. Mm-hmm. I know he's really well respected, not only within the team but around the city.
Yes.
And that plays into it,
mm-hmm.
but that's at the end of the day, that's not going to be a major consideration. We had a guy, John Cullen, mm-hmm. who was a great player, loved by everybody on the team, loved by the city of Pittsburgh, and I had to make a trade, and John had to be part of it. And I'm still. I saw John last night. We're still very close. We're hugging. We're very good friends. But I had to make a trade, and we got Ronnie Francis out of that trade. So
worked out for the Penguins pretty well.
and it worked out for John too. But,
yes.
But it's something you have to do something. And actually, one of my top advisors at the time was afraid to make he didn't want to make the trade because he thought it would hurt the chemistry of the team.
Yeah.
But and at the end of the day, we decided we had to make the move. So.
Yeah, so pretty much just comes down to it's a business. You got to do what's best for the team,
for the organization,
not necessarily the player. At times, I mean, as mean as that sounds, that's kind of how it is.
It's the business.
Yeah, it's just how
I got fired, so
yeah,
stuff happens.
Exactly.
It's the business.
Thank you for watching the latest episode of Sport Talk with Nick and Corey. I really hope you enjoyed hearing Craig talk. I know I was very, very happy that he took the time to do that for me. That was a very, very nice thing he did for me. If you enjoyed the discussion today, please subscribe to the link on your left. And if you want to continue arguing the NHL trade deadline yourself, please go to Sport Talk, which is the link on your right. For Corey, I'm Nick. Talk to you soon.
What I liked about this one? You got to do all the talking, and I got to sit here looking pretty.